At the snap, Bad Bunny lines up for the kick, and it's up. It's going left. It's going left. It's going far left. Too far left. Too woke for the average American, and the radicals lose the game.
What's up, guys? It's Ben. If you want further proof that corporate America wantonly lies to you and amplifies their messages through the dumbest people on the internet, look no further than this graphic, where Rock Nation says that the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show was the most watched in history. More people watched this than Michael Jackson. More people watched this by a country mile than Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre combined. Wow. Rihanna, Usher, they got nothing on Bad Bunny, not even Kendrick Lamar with his controversial show last year that was seen by a lot of people has anything on the great Bad Bunny, the artist that nobody can sing along with, that nobody knows any of his songs, nobody had ever heard of before he performed at the Super Bowl this year. And so gotcha con, we owned the cons. Again, this graphic shared widely. You'll be shocked to learn it's all a lie. All of it, 100% false. None of the data backs this up. But if you had a functional brainstem, you would have been able to see the footage of people in the stands going, what is this? Why'd I pay 10 grand for this ticket? What's happening right now? If you like functional brainstem people like you and me, look at this guy right there. Look at this guy. Okay. And that's all of us. This is all of America. Like what's happening right now? This was the whole country. And so we were like, there's no way that this was the most watched and most successful halftime show ever. But now we have the actual data. And this is a great tweet. Just because people watched it doesn't mean they liked it. Look at that. Is this considered a Bad Bunny fan? Are these the fans of Bad Bunny? So these are counting as viewers, lots of viewers, right, for Bad Bunny. And this is what they're going to say were like the core audience. Nobody liked it. There are videos like this from all around every corner of the stadium, every bar in America, with most people just being like, what's going on? Exactly. Don't know. But here's what we do know. We do know that it was a failure. Now, typically, and with successful acts, the viewership for the halftime show actually increases the viewership for the second half of the Super Bowl. That's what we've found historically. So you have Kendrick Lamar is like a good example of this. Kendrick Lamar increased the viewership for the Super Bowl. It was controversial. Maybe he has like a ton of fans. Maybe people just wanted to see it. Maybe people had never heard of him or really like his music, whatever. People tuned in and, want to hear some bangers. Good example also, who doesn't know an Eminem or Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg song? Like most people know these artists. And so you turn the TV up and you listen to some live music. Cool. What happened this year? This is the halftime show right here. And why is this number so important? Why is this metric so important? Well, it's showing real-time data. This is not something that Nielsen does. This is created by Samba, which tracks smart TVs. And not terrestrials, tracks the smart TV. It tracks like second by second viewership trends on the smart TVs across the country, which the vast majority of TVs are now smart TVs. And it's saying, no. People by the tens of millions turned off the halftime show. Again, you're talking something like 100 and 130 million people watching. A dip like this is like 20 million people turning it off. Okay, so this is what the viewership actually showed, along with showing a pretty catastrophic drop from last year's halftime show, approximately 40% drop from Kendrick Lamar's show. This image should terrify the NFL. The America changed the channel on Bad Bunny's anti-American halftime show. Turning Point broke the record with the #1 entertainment YouTube stream in history. This is what winning culture looks like. Here we go. Minute by minute data shows the Super Bowl reveals that you've been lied to. There it is. That's the graphic. Here's what I think is like a great breakdown here. Halftime show, usually we see a spike. Again, like the reason why it's a halftime show, you would pick an artist like Michael Jackson. The reason why Michael Jackson set records with his halftime show is because he has a lot of fans. It's a really smart move to have Michael Jackson perform at the halftime show. People want to see him. People like him. People like his music. Everyone can dance a little bit. And that's why people tune in. That's why that was the record halftime show up until, well, this will not be a record. You've been lied to. Here's a really good breakdown. Data is in. This is why it is critically important to track this data. Nielsen, this is the famous TV production data company, produces modeled national estimates using panel data and device feeds. They cite 45 million household and 75 million devices. It's important to understand that Nielsen isn't doing a literal head count. It's just a statistically weighted projection. It's an estimate. Nielsen is just guessing, right, in their data. Samba instead gathers data directly from smart TVs to observe actual tuning behavior minute by minute. 111 million households, 500 million devices. So they're a lot more accurate than Nielsen. Different methodology, but it's closer to the direct observation of what the TVs are doing. So they can track what your TV is actually doing, which is critically important. Again, you can have a TV on. Remember this tweet. You can have a TV on in the background. Doesn't mean people are watching or enjoying it. And if people are turning the TV off, you need to be able to note that. And that's what Samba does. Nielsen reported Super Bowl peaked at 137 million viewers late in the second quarter. Halftime averaged 128. That's a 10 million viewer drop from what is often the peak viewing point of the broadcast. So they've lost 10 million viewers. And oh, by the way, who is watching live the Turning Point halftime show? 10 million people were tuning in live across all platforms. So Samba's minute-by-minute data is more damning. Viewership peaked at the end of the second quarter and then dipped to 88% when Bad Bunny took the stage. That's a 12% collapse over halftime. So it's even worse than we thought. This is crazy. It's even harder during the Super Bowl to like destroy your own viewership like this because people want to see the second half. So when you have all these people tuning the game off and then not tuning back in, then what's going to happen? Advertisers in the second half of the Super Bowl are going to be asking for their money back. That's what's going to happen. TPUSA All-American Halftime Show drew 11 million households, potentially 45 million viewers. To put that in perspective, Dancing with the Stars finale had 5 million households. American Idol finale had 4 million households, and the NBA Finals game had 9 million households. It is actually literally only the Super Bowl that could compete with this. It's pretty incredible. So that's wild right there. This dip, there it is. Crazy, man. Bad Bunny audience tanked for the Super Bowl. Look at this. This is directly from the Nielsen and NBC data. Oh, you're using this or you're using that. Okay, fine. Well, NBC is the one who broadcast the Super Bowl. Look at this. It tanked. You can see the numbers right there. They lost 12% of their viewership. Tens of millions of people turned it off. Bad Bunny was the latter. Halftime shows typically go up through the end of the second quarter. These artists are widely popular, or they don't range with the NFL audience, as we have said. Super Bowl was almost always peak at halftime. Not for him, particularly bad because they've changed the ratings to inflate sports audiences substantially over the past couple of years. So they're already trying to rig the system. We call them mail-in views, right? Okay. Yep. Super Bowl Bad Bunny halftime show falls millions short of any viewership record, Nielsen says. So this is directly from the rigged data. Even the rigged data, they can't rig it hard enough for them to get their headline that this was the most watched halftime show and own the cons, right? Yeah. Halftime dipped despite libs only tuning in for that part of the game. That's right. Oh, man. And what do you hear? Bad Bunny without the actual background track.
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Tengo una, mañana otra. Ja. Pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ey, muchas novias. Tengo a una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP, un VIP. Ey, saludan a Titi, vamos a Titi.
Oh. And this is the hill that libs are going to die on. This is it. This is it. This is the hill. Okay. Again, like if you're gonna go in, like at least go in for like good music. There are plenty of left-wing artists that make good music. This is a very stupid hill to die on. So you can keep your Bad Bunny. You got your bad ratings along with it. It's your boy Ben. Bad Benny. See ya.